Hi, everybody. Oh, wait, I should turn on this light. There you go. Hi, everybody. It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. Hey, guess what? Guess what? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? No, you can't hear it. Why can't you hear it? You, wait. Wait. Oh, I know why. I know why you can't hear it, which is okay, because you shouldn't be hearing it right now anyway. So it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. We're good. I was like, wait, why can't you hear the audio for the game? And I was like, because you shouldn't. It's fine. You should only hear it when the actual game starts. We're good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey, the silence of Hawkeye, students are still around. Finals don't end until like the 11th of May. So we have and as a matter of fact, once I get done with my two streams today, what is today's date? The 7th, 8th, something like that. Something like that. The 7th or the 8th. I have got grading to do because grades are due shortly afterwards. So yeah, no, all the students are still here. They're still running around. They're we just had oral presentations yesterday, which I've got to go. Yeah, so tonight I've got a bunch of grading I have to do, and I have to do like an article review and got an email. Oh, email, whatever. It's fine. But I have to tell you something. It's important. We're the 7th? Okay, we're the 7th. Yeah. So today's what, Saturday? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. So I believe Wednesday the 11th is when everything is due for them. And then I've got to do a quick turnaround for grades because seniors are graduating. Look, I have to tell you all something. It's important. Krellin says, I didn't know I was going to be able to say hi this morning, but I can say this morning, hey, Krellin, how are you? Krellin, I was thinking about you for a reason. Yes. DSB sent me a DM and said that she was sad that the Pathfinder Adventure card game has been canceled, which I didn't even know. But that does make me sad because that was a good game. I quite liked it. Also, the first Saturday's Derby Day. You know, Hawkeye, my dad was a really big fan of horse races. And he would go down to the local racetrack in San Francisco and he would bet on the horses. And he was very good at it. He had like a whole thing where he'd study the horses and their jockeys and how they've done in various terrains, and he did all this like extra work using there's a newspaper that would come out that had to do with the horse races, and I always wished I could have learned his process, but I never did. Yeah, but he was like he was a big fan of the horse races, and I remember he would take me to the horse races when I was a kid. The Golden Gate track, I think it was. And it was always really cool because I was just a little kid and we'd like go in and like there was like, like you could get hot dogs or whatever and watch the horse races. And it was just like a cool thing. So I always thought it would be really neat one day to go to the Kentucky Derby. Those are my thoughts. Yeah, he was a great handicapper. He was like a really, really good handicapper. And like if he'd go to the races, he'd usually not leave. He would not lose. He would like, he may not win a lot. He like might only win like 20 or 30 bucks, but he would usually not lose anything. But he was a very good handicapper. Hey, Dennis, how are you? Yeah, Tuesday's the 19th, the day they test my boyfriend again, and I just hope they finally figure out what to use to help him get better. Here's hoping, but we will, you just have to take it one step at a time, Ice Bunny. Just one step at a time. The annual trip of the kids every year was the Kentucky Horse Park. Oh, that's cool. Do you know what I was reading, Hawkeye? This is so interesting. That apparently, so when I was in Georgia, I was like, I wonder what the local horse track is, the horse race, the track. Because I was thinking the racetrack. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll go see. Like I was just like thinking about my dad, and I was being a little nostalgic. I thought maybe I'll go to see some races while I'm down here in Georgia. And it turns out there are no racetracks in Georgia. And so I looked it up, and apparently horse racing is not legal in every state. There are bunches of states where it's not legal, but there are bunches of states where it's illegal to gamble, but it's not illegal to bet on horse races because horse races don't use the same kind of gambling mechanic as other sorts of gambling. There was a uh, I'm very busy at work. But oh, good. I mean, like I've got 2 streams today, and then lots and lots of academic work to do. Some of which I'm a little bit behind on, but I'm gonna get it done. Also, I'm giving a talk in June that I have to write. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on, but yeah, uh, the 10th, not the the 10th. Oh, yes. So there is a thing. Let me see if I can find it. So the thing about horse racing, right, is it's a certain style of betting. What do they call it? It had a funny name. Hold on. What sort of betting is horse racing? It had a funny name that I'd never heard of before. Let me see. No, it's a. It was a style. There's like a whole. What do you call it? There's a whole Wikipedia page on it as well. Oh yeah, here it's called. Pari-mutuel betting. Pari-mutuel betting. Hawkeye. See, Hawkeye even got it before I looked it up. Pari-mutuel betting. So apparently, right, because it's pari-mutuel betting, it doesn't count as regular gambling. And I'm not 100% certain exactly how it works, but I think it has something to do with um yeah, trifectas exactas, and it has something to do with the way the money is collected and distributed, which somehow makes it not the same thing as gambling. Somehow, like there's like a weird way that it works it, which apparently is how horse racing was legal in a lot of places, like in the 1910s, even when gambling itself was not legal in most places. So that is like a thing that I had learned, and I was like, oh, it takes skill, and that's no, it's not even about skill. It's about how the money is divided up, right? Because I think with regular betting, you give money to the house, and then the house takes it or distributes it however they want. But like with pari-mutuel betting, right? It has to do with like there's something to do with the ways in which the money is collected and distributed, which makes it different from regular gambling. Because you all sort of I am not an expert in this, and I was reading it up on Wikipedia, and I was trying to get it, but it has something to do with the fact that it doesn't seem it's it's more like collective. It's more like a collective, I think, than regular gambling. It's at Hawkeye. It's a different style of betting and payout. Yeah, it doesn't ping the same way as regular betting. So I thought that was really interesting. I learned that. Oh, you know what? While we're here, we might as well. Yeah, pari-mutuel betting is split differently than in a casino. No, they don't have to give it. It's not about giving things to charity. It has to do with. Hold on, let me see. No. Hold on. It has to do with like the house isn't supposed to doesn't take it's like okay, so this is what it says. Pari-mutuel betting from the French is a betting system in which all bets of a particular type are placed together in a pool. Taxes and the house take or vigorage are deducted, and payoff odds are calculated by sharing the pool among all winning bets. In some countries, it is known as the tot, after the totalisator, which calculates and displays bets already made. The pari-mutuel system is used in gambling on horse races, greyhound races, high lie, and other sporting events of relatively short duration in which participants finish in a ranked order. A modified pari-mutuel system is also used in some lottery games. So, I think because of the fact that all the money goes into a pool and then is distributed amongst everybody who's a winner is what makes it different from regular gambling. Right? And I think theoretically, the house only takes, is supposed to only take a certain percentage to handle, like, their expenses. So I think it seems like not gambling in some kind of weird way. I don't know how they justify it, but it gets a different system. Yeah. Lottery here gives money to organizations and projects from the money they make and do not give as a win. Same. Well, in the United States, also lotteries give to charity, but lotteries are not parimutuel betting. Hey, Lone Ku, how are you? Casino's all or nothing. Racing, the money can be won even if your horse gets second or third. Yeah. House gets their cut instead of keeping the whole pot if you use. Yes, that's right. Like, there's like, so I think that I think it has something to do with the ways in which in a casino, like basically in gambling, the house can basically just take all of your money and not give any money to anybody if they don't want to, right? But I think in the parimutuel betting system, people can still get money, so it's a little different. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we are going to. By the way, we're gonna just put the game up as what we're gonna do because we might as well wander a little bit. It's like you put a percentage of the bets, and then you get that percent. Yes, basically like that, Dennis. Like it's a um, and also audio. Look, it was I got this. So I've got a capture. I bought three different capture cards because they're all like 20 bucks, and I thought, let me see which one is better. And I plugged in the one. So this is so interesting. Look, about capture cards. I've got a Camlink, like the Camlink 4K, the Elgato one, which is the one I use for my camera, and it works so well with my camera. It does not work with like my PS4. The audio is it just doesn't work the audio wise. So I just don't think that's what it's, which is weird because you'd think because it's audio is supposed to work with it, but it doesn't. That's actually a more pricey capture card. But this like little $19 capture card I got from China, um, which was what I've been using for my PS4 all along, works so well. Uh, it died, so I have a new one. I think it just doesn't have a lot of longevity, perhaps. I think that might be the case. But it does, it does work really well. Hey, while we're here, do you think we should chat with everybody and see how they're doing? No. I feel like we just have to finish Gorgon. No, yes. Let's talk to everybody. Let's
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I feel like so sounds like it's legal for the same reason office pools are legal. Krellin, I think that is correct. Yes, Krellin, that is correct. I think it's because the bets are pooled, and I think that there's something about that makes it different somehow. Krellin, yes, I think so. Hawkeye says the odds that you see for races tell you how the betting is spread and how to estimate what you'll get if you'll win. Yeah. Hey, Schmelzer, and I think there's something about it being a collective somehow, right? That makes it
Certainly, Captain. What would
mm,
you like to hear?
different. Oh, play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
That's not my favorite song.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Great. Well, that's
As
enough
you
for
wish,
now.
Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Okay.
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Okay. I need to put this gun down because I feel like it's rude. You know what I mean? To just have a gun out when I'm talking to people. You once learned how to calculate odds for a college fundraiser. I feel like that's a good skill to have. You know what I mean? To be able to just calculate the odds. I feel like that wouldn't be bad. Also, by the way, I've got bunches of food in there. I've got armor. I wonder if I should pick all this stuff up, you know? And what's in here? Oh, look at all this stuff in this locker. I although it's so low, yeah, oh, there's all this, you know what? I should at some point in time go through all this cool stuff in here and decide if you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take all the ones with little uh, gemstones on them, and I'm going to take them with me so that I can sell them for money. Because the ones with the little gemstones, I think, are worth more. So That's what we're gonna do. We are right being responsible in a way, and I mean this has got like a little special thing on it, so we're not gonna get rid of that. But we're taking some of the extra stuff, and I realize that you're saying, but you're adding it to your inventory, and I am, but I'm doing it in order, to sell it so you can be proud of me. Because I do want you all to be proud of me that I'm getting rid of stuff, in my own way. I should probably see if there's any food I should get because I'm addicted to food and all. Apparently, you have to eat whatever that means. So I'm gonna take some of these mock apples. Uh, because then I'll just have a bunch of apples. I mean, they seem like they're useful and functioning. So good. All right, let's go. We're not talking to everybody, right? No.
Do return in one piece, Captain.
Thank you. The only thing I know about horse racing is I've got the horse right here. His name is Paul Revere. The guy. uh, wait, who am I? I'm taking Ellie and yeah, I'm taking my crew with me, right? Yes. But shouldn't I maybe take like maybe I shouldn't take Ellie today, and I should take like I don't know Felix, cause or Pavardi. How about if I take yes, I'm gonna take Pavardi and also Nyoka today because I have you know uh, wait uh I haven't taken Parvati out with me for a while, and I feel a little bit bad about it. So we'll just do that. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So this like I was just like think about that. Oh, what else am I going to tell you all? There was so much going on my mind that I want to share with you. So today we're doing Dead House. I'm going to switch. Um. By the way, I'm wearing my Bavarian shirt. It's one that I wear. My Bavarian shirt. I got it in Bavaria. It's got nice buttons. Like, because I had like, lederhosen and a Trachtenjacke, a Trachten jacket, and like my Bavarian shirt, and also socks. Cause
Well, here we. Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
uh, all right. So okay. So real quick, what are we doing right now? Uh, we've got. Did you? Oh, yes, and I totally got it at a Gamspot hat, and I had like, of course, I had lederhosen. There are like basically two styles of lederhosen. We're on side quests and tasks, right? And I feel like we should just do return the flask to Lenora. We should probably do that, and search for a llama-shaped rock. We should probably do that. So yeah, let's go and I feel like this is probably not that far away. So let's like yeah, look, it's right here where we are. This active quest, it's right here. So we just go to that saloon and turn it in while we're in the area. I feel like that's our goal. Um, nice. Like to hear. Oh, I would. Yodeling is hard. Like you have to practice yodeling and be very good at it. And I suppose that is a thing that I will get better. I just have to practice some yodeling. Yodeling is so. Oh, do you know about the chicken? The chicken attack guy. He's got these. There's this yodeler who's just talking about the chicken attack, and it's so good. Laugh, love, Lindy introduced me to this chicken attack song. Hold on. Look, give me a second. I need to introduce you if you do not know it to this. I'm going to give you the link to it because if you don't know this chicken attack song, you need to go listen to it because it's so good. Uh, oh, the two types. Okay, so there are two types of lederhosen. There might be more, but there are definitely. When I was, looking for lederhosen, there are two types. Here, this is the chicken attack song. This song is so good. It's by Takeo Ishii, who is this amazing yodeler. And the video is amazing. Here you go. Considering, there we go. So the two types of lederhosen, that's your chicken attack song. You should all go and listen to that song. Because it is epic in a way that you cannot even imagine. So there are lederhosen that are usually like a dark brown, and they go below your knee, and that's a kind of lederhosen that you've probably seen quite a bit. Yeah, so they're like a dark brown. There's like a dark brown lederhosen that go below the knee, and then there's like a light brown lederhosen that go mid thigh. They're like they're shorter shorts. Oh yes, chicken. Yes, basically long and short legs, and the long legs go below the knee, and then the shorts go mid thigh, and the long ones are like a dark brown, and the short ones are like a light brown. And I had the light brown ones because I like the color. I just think they're really good. But I feel like I need to get, but like I got those lederhosen in the 90s, like 30 years ago. I feel like I need to get a new pair of lederhosen. Lederhosen are so cool. And I had this really beautiful Trachtenjacke with with a good Bavarian stand-up collar. Like, oh my goodness. Y'all, I need to go back to Germany. I need to go visit Germany. It's just that I'm not traveling anywhere at this moment. I'm just saying. And they have snow in the Alps, so every chicken leg is frozen blue. Let me put this gun away. So, y'all, I've got so many things. Right, big deal. Later today, we will be doing our second RPG, which is the Dead House. So Desperation Dead House, we're doing that, which I'm very... Can we take a foxhole field trip? Oh, that would be... Look, if we were going to do a foxhole field trip, we'd go to Bavaria, and we would eat some of the best food ever, and I would be very excited. I mean... Bavarian food's really good, y'all. And I don't know if you know that, but it really is. Bavarian food is delicious. And, but yeah, I miss Bavaria. Bavaria was a really great place. If I had the time, I would go to Bavaria. I'd go to the place where my foosball club was, and we would go and play Schafkopf. And I would drink a Spezi, and they would drink beer.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock.
So I found your husband's flask, by the way.
That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it.
Thanks.
You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
I'm gonna just lie, yeah? I found Jerome. It looks like he died peacefully. I'm just gonna lie.
Good. I should have been there for him, but I suppose he wanted to be alone in the end. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
Yeah, this is what he wanted. Go live your life.
That was a real kind thing you did, Captain. Maybe not what I would have wanted, but it looks to be what she needed.
Yeah,
I don't know, Cap. I hope she'll find some peace in this, but sometimes it's better to know the truth and deal with it.
yeah. Oh, hey, I leveled up. This is all true, but, she just looked like she might have needed a little bit of, just be a little kindness to her. Just give her a little kindness, that's all. And let her have that moment, is what I think. Yeah. Now, by the way, I've decided that I'm going to switch chairs, because I kind of like using my kneeling chair when I'm doing video games. It's kind of nice. And so I'm going to do that. Just going to push this chair over there and hang out in my kneeling chair. and I think that'll be nice. Look, y'all, I need to actually build. I have a better chair than this because this chair's actually kind of not doing it for me, and I have a different chair that I got, and it's in a box right over there off screen, and I have to build it, and maybe I will build it tonight. So when it comes to North German food, what I would say is I have been. Oh, we leveled up. Right, right. We have 10 skill points. Okay. Wait, do you remember what I wanted to spend those points on? There was something, right? What was it? I feel like you all know what I was wanting to do. Was it y'all? Y'all. I hope Krellin is still here. What was I wanting to spend my skill points on? It was something, right? There was like something uh was it handguns? Was it certainly wasn't defenses because I don't care about that. My persuade's at 100. So I don't think it was lie and intimidate. Was it engineering? Uh, was it? I know it really is bigger bags of holding. Uh, I don't think it was. What was it? A handgun that looks like a hand. Oh, that actually would be really cool. It sounds like it's something that you'd get from like Get Smart. Um, so I can't remember. Was it lock picking? It was lock picking, right? Yes? Was that it? Y'all. Was it, because I can't remember, see, I can't remember if it was hacking or lock picking, right? So I don't remember. Krellin, I feel like you would remember what it was that I needed to invest in. I can't remember if it was hacking, lock picking, medical science, or engineering. Because I feel like it was between all all you need is love. I probably can only sing that much. Or else whoever owns the Beatles stuff, which is not the Beatles, will probably sue me. Um, oh, hey, I've got mega lockpicking right now because of Parvati. Hey, that's nice. Thanks. Speaking of which, I don't remember uh, what things my companions give me. Nyoke lets me help with lives, which is nice, and also sneak, which is also nice. That's not bad. I just was like, and medical. Well, this is also nice, right? Yeah. Uh, all right. Let's think about this. Engineering. If we get to 60, 20% chance items you repair will become pristine, increasing value and durability. That's not bad. Um, I don't think companion bonuses count towards being able to try. Oh, higher hacks and locks. Hmm. So, yeah. Um, I feel like it was either engineering. I don't think it was science. It was either engineering, lockpick, hack, or medical. But let's just go with lockpicking, right? Yes? Because there have been some things that we've come across that we've not been able to lockpick, and that was irritating. So, yes. Okay, so I think it was lockpicking. I think so. We're gonna go with that. I don't know if that's actually true. I feel like, y'all, um, the next time we get skill points, let's bring our hack up to 80, and then we can add some points to other things. So let's apply this. Okay, I feel like that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, yes. Um, yay. All right. What are we doing what are we doing in our journal? We just did this. We've got this. We've got rendezvous at llama, which is find that llama-shaped rock and find the package. Uh, okay. Okay. Uh, so this apparently is way over here, which is kind of far from where we are because we are up here, I think. So I think we should probably just actually just step outside and then figure out what's closest. If you had a llama, you'd name her Hetty. Hetty Llama. So speaking of llamas, I wanted to tell you all something. Oh yeah, quick! Don't let me forget about the llamas. But first, I have to tell you that I I made chili last night at like 1 in the morning, because I've been needing to make this. I had the fixings for chili for quite some time, and it was like gonna go bad in my fridge, and I just hadn't had time to make it, and I was like, oh no, maybe I'll make it today after all my streams, and Lindy was like, just make it now, and I was like, but it's like 1 in the morning, and she's like, yeah, just make it right now, and I was like, okay, so I did. I finally got finished around like, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning, perhaps. Um, but it was new. It was a new recipe that I tried, and this recipe, I think I should have used more beans. Is my thought on that. But this one it took a little bit of extra steps because I had to get a can of beer, like a stout, and put that in there, to like in the beginning to help give it a richer taste. It doesn't taste like beer, which is good because I don't like beer, but it's good. They only had me use 2 cans of beans though, and
Don't you
I
worry,
think
Mr.
that I
Lucky
would have.
Spirit. We're gonna finish your work and put you to rest, good and proper.
Oh,
Whatever's out here, it better be worth carrying around a man's eyeball.
yeah. By the way, it's nice to have Parvati here. I haven't had her here for a while, so that's nice. Um, let's yeah, let's go and find out what kind of. Let's see what's close to us is what I'm thinking, right? Let's find out which um, missions might be closer to us. So there's one that's over here, which doesn't seem very far. We should maybe think about that one. This one is also not very. Oh, those are everywhere. So this seems like not a bad thing up there to do to hit that spot. And this is really close, but I want to do those side quests first. So why don't we just take a walk? Why don't we just take a walk over there? That's what we're going to do while we chat about it. Hey, Baron Tor, how are you? We're talking chili with beans and beer. Yeah. So I basically got a recipe for chili that involved adding beer to the chili. Ooh, a baked potato. Poking head into say happy. Hey, Rissa, how are you? Oh, enjoy your real life game. Wait, Rissa, before you go. Tomorrow, right? No. Yes. Tomorrow is tomorrow's Road to Brillia. Yes. Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Uh, yes. So I will see you, of course, also tomorrow for Road to Brillia. Because I remember I was like, oh yeah, we've got Road to Brillia tomorrow. Let's see. The best way we can get where we need to go, I suppose, is just going this way. I have a simple one that I make in the crock pot. So I made this one in the Instapot. So this was like an Instapot chili, which worked, right? It seemed to work fine. Can we, so, hi, dead people. How are you? I feel like we uh, have we been through here? It looks like we haven't. I would like to get through here, though. I'm gonna save. Because I'm gonna potentially do something unwise. You know? I'm gonna just do something unwise is what I'm gonna do, I think. Because there's a... yeah, I'm gonna do something unwise is what I'm thinking. And I don't mean that in a, like a, you know, in a... Look, I'm gonna eat a mock apple, and then because I've got like 32 of them. Oh gosh, I forgot about something else. Let's see. Let's eat an apple. Yeah, see, I'm thinking this barrier might also hurt to touch, but we're gonna try touching it and see what happens. Maybe the wall that cut the guy's head off only hurts bad people. Maybe, because look, so his head's cut off, and it really seems bad, but what happens if we touch it? Do you know what I mean? Like, what happens if we touch it? Oh, well, nothing. We can't... okay, what happens if we shoot it? Nothing. Okay. All right, so that didn't do anything. Okay, but what happens if we... I would like to go in there, please. You know, how about if we shoot, like... No. Look, I'm just testing. That's the spirit. So it doesn't... Look, I want... It's not letting me in, which I feel like is desperately unfair because there's an... You know what? There's an elevator. We just have to find out where the other end of that elevator is, and then we'll just take the elevator down. That's it. We're gonna go... We're gonna find it. That's it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find out where that elevator is. We're gonna take the elevator down, and we're gonna get all that stuff. Hey, those people look unfriendly. I just thought I'd share that. It is a puzzle. One would think that the barriers of the outer world just had hands a bill of $1 trillion and killed the person of the... You know, I feel like there's a lot of cheating. Oops. Hello, Marauder Colossus. I'm going to shoot you in the head. I'll shoot this one in the head. Let's shoot them in the head. Well, that was great. I'm just gonna note that, like, oh, hi. Oop. Pardon me. How are you doing? Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, hi, Colossus. How are you? I'm gonna shoot you too. Why are you taking cover? It's fine. Oh, I'm out of... Don't shoot me. I'm supposed to shoot you. Oh, he shot me with some stuff. Like, rude stuff. Oh, hey, there's more of them. Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Somebody use your special power.
I'm going.
Do your thing. Just do your thing.
That's the last of them.
Okay, they're dead. Yay. I don't want...
No problem. I'll
No, you don't need to hold anymore.
Captain.
It's fine. It's fine. So, I really should be using my pistol. Because I do way more damage with my pistol, and I'm, like, better at it. There. That's jumping. Okay, good. I know where I'm at. I know what's happening. Don't worry about it. We're here. I think we disintegrated some of these people kind of badly. Rude stuff. So, also, my Wi-Fi connection goes in and out because it's not... I don't think I can... It's a long story about how my life is difficult sometimes because I can't actually use a password with can't use a password with the PS4 exactly, and my university's internet has got like a passcode on it. We have like 3 different internets. One is the secure one, which is the good one, which I cannot really get access to, and then we've got the not good one that's not public, which is the one that I'm using, and then we've got the public one, which is really not good. So I think to get where I need to go, I need to go here and then cross that bridge. This is my thought on that one. So we're gonna just try that and see how that goes, right? Okay, so I used beer, right, in this chili. I've had the chili, it was delicious. But I was like, if I get food poisoning and die, it's because I've been holding that food a little bit too long. But I did cook it, even though, you know, the next thing I need to do, I need to make some more granola. I need to make some breakfast burritos. I need to make some cookies. Those are all things that I need to do when I have time. You know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, we need to head north across this bridge. So, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, wait, remember how I promised I would sell some stuff? I'm gonna do that right now. I need to make these oatmeal cakes I found out about that have no refined sugar or gluten. Oh. Barentor, will you send me the recipe? Because Lindy is, has celiacs, so she cannot, you know, eat gluten, and so I'm always looking for like cool recipes that she can eat. So if you would, that would be awesome. I would love that. So I just sold a bunch of stuff because I promised that I would. What is this? A level 30. So we're gonna keep some of this because we might be able to use it. Also, we got some cool weapons in, and that's a level 19. So we're gonna sell that while we're here. Look, I want you to be proud of me for selling things. You know, because I'm trying. Look, I sold all sorts of things. I also don't have a lot of money, so, you know, selling things is not necessarily bad, but also, have I not, I feel like I've been everywhere, so it's weird that I'm seeing things I haven't looted yet. It makes me feel like I haven't been here before, which is weird because I feel like I've just been everywhere. I've gone 5 days without eating sugary treats now. I'm feeling pretty good about the achievement. Oh, hey, congratulations. Vola says, if Captain Bonnet would have been more successful at their pirate career, would there have been a pirate union with a proper healthcare, education, Bonnie, and would have pirates gone to strike? Well, I think pirates did go on strike, actually. Right? Hey, it kind of looks like maybe there's some people over there who might be shoot in the face kind of people. So let's just note that. Hi. Oh, hi. Get away from me. Get away from me. I don't, hold on. That's not it. Oh, wrong one, but it's fine. Here. Get away from me. Everybody get away from me. All of y'all. I think I need a shotgun. Also, I need to not be hit. I also need to be not, I also need not to be surrounded. Here, get away from me. Okay. Hi. They were trying to kill me. I don't know if you noticed, but they were trying to kill me, and that was really rude. And I also feel like, oh, hello, how are you doing, everybody? Use your powers. Everybody use your powers. Yes. I can send you, yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna just have them do their thing, because that's oops, excuse me. There we go. How are my friends? Oh, look, I definitely have not been here before, which is weird, because I feel like I've been everywhere, but cool. Okay, okay. How is everybody doing? How are you all? Are you doing well? Great. Yeah, I am surprised, because I really felt like I've been basically everywhere, and this is a place we clearly, very clearly have not been before. So that's so, like, I just feel like I've been everywhere, and I clearly have not. So, I'm a little discombobulated. Also, my friends got kind of injured, but there were a lot of them, and they were trying to murder us. So, you know, here we go. Yeah, it's made from a YouTuber named Emmy Maud, who tries all sorts of fun recipes. My wife is gluten sensitive, doesn't help her fibromyalgia. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Also, I was having this discussion with Lindy about this. About people in the past, right? And the fact that we have all of these, excuse me. One moment. The fact that we have, like, we know so much more about dietary sensitivities. Because, you know, Lindy was saying that they didn't actually know about gluten sensitivities until after World War II. Basically, there was a doctor who discovered it. So I really feel like we must have been here before. But it really looks like we haven't. That makes no sense. I feel like we've been everywhere. I think we've been around the world, but we can't find our baby. Except it really looks like, I don't know. Maybe we've only been to, maybe what happened was that we walked in and we went up that way, but we didn't go down this way, perhaps. Perhaps because I just have a hard time believing that I have not been all over this place like a big dog. That is just hard for me to believe. Because, you know. Having fun getting shot. Okay, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. I was gonna call you Trooper, but you're not Trooper. I'm Trooper. Enjoy yourself, Krellin. And thank you for reminding me about hacking and lock picking. I really feel like it was lock picking, so yes. Yes. Also, really, I am kind of scandalized that I've not been to this really obvious part of the place, because I feel like I've been everywhere. You know, I don't want to sleep. Resting a big is relaxing and moves time forward. Oh, okay. Cool. Why would I need to sleep if I've got Adrena time? When cats revolt, it's a mutiny. I approve of this very much. Let's see. The good thing is that diet fairies who have no medical reason to be gluten-free have given more options for people who must stay away from gluten. You know what, though? If people don't want to take gluten, like, do you? And hey, we use a lockpick. And just y'all, it's weird to me. I really feel like, now I know you're wondering, why am I stressing out about this? I'm not stressing out about it, but I like to be, because you know I get distracted sometimes, right? This may shock you, but I sometimes get distracted. And because I know when I play video games, I sometimes get distracted. I like to be, what's the word? Methodical about my movement in a game. Like I'd like to try to, like, you know, do the thing with the labyrinth where you do like you follow the left-hand path and you uh, don't miss anything that way. Like I try to do that, but I clearly have missed stuff. Um, isn't Private Life from Destruction Study? Looking for babies is not as common as you'd think in RPGs. I suppose that's true. Love your hidden song tracks. There was research that looked at H.C. Anderson Dyer's include that he had the uh, the celiac as well. Yeah, so apparently there was a doctor from the who basically yeah, Lindy told me all about it. So that basically they discovered celiacs, gluten, all that stuff, right? Because they had all these people who had wasting diseases, and there were like many different types of wasting diseases, and it was during the war, and at one point in time, because they had basically no food, they just couldn't feed these kids real food. So I think they were giving them like cardboard, that kind of stuff, like things that were basically not real food, rather than bread and water, which they had been giving them. And then they started getting better, and they're like, wait, that's weird. And so this doctor basically was like, oh, I think it's actually bread. And sort of like basically they figured out what it was, and he discovered it like basically during the war. But I think people did not believe him until later. I think it didn't like basically sort of come out until later. By the way, there are a lot of things here. By things I mean places to go, and I want to be methodical about it, make sure I don't miss anything. So let's look at our map. Okay, so it looks like we do actually want to get across this map. So we are still basically in this place. Do we have any journaling things that we need to know about from this area? Because we do. All right, so here's the deal. We do have things plot-wise that are right here, but I don't want to do them just yet because I feel like it'll progress us in ways that I'm not ready for. So what I want to do is just not do this area. Like I just want to go across, and then when we come back, finish cleaning up this area as methodically as possible. So that's going to be, yeah, this is gonna, we're not gonna go over there, which I think is plot. So we're just gonna go here. This is a, because I don't want to, there's a lot of Adrena time here, people. Like, a lot of Adrena time, and it makes me very concerned about just how bad it got. I mean, look, clearly it got really bad. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, hey, look, it's Frida. Hey, Frida. How are you? Is that is that a mechanical sprat? You've cut way down the amount of sugar you consume, and you've been working out almost daily trying to get more fit since I've been figuring myself out. Oh, good. Bread is evil confirmed. No food is evil. Isn't how I expect. It was not expected how I expected Frida to go either. I still eat sweets. Unlock with key. Oh. Okay. That's a lot of Adrena time. It's like that's a lot of Adrena time. Like I just that's a lot of Adrena time. Also, I had the key, so that's great. Oof. I really don't feel good about whatever happened in this place. I just thought I'd share, in case you... Look, drugs are bad, okay? Sweets is not... Well, I mean, no, sweets are not... Well, it depends on whether or not you have diabetes, right? Like, I mean, they could be bad depending on your situation. But
I see Monarch ain't the only pet project the board's willing to abandon.
Whatever happened here must have been real bad. Spacer's Choice just up and abandoned it.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. I'm gonna save. No, sweets are not necessarily bad. Not necessarily. Although, you know, you've got to watch, just generally speaking, what you're doing. And I say this as a person who loves the sweets. Hello, what, Grinny? Why are you annoyed? Grinny, if you don't tell me why you're annoyed, I'll cry. I probably won't cry, but you should tell me anyway. Why are you annoyed? And does it have to do with Spacer's Choice? I can't believe there's parts of this game I have just not explored yet. That's very, very strange to me. I feel like that's really weird. Hi, Annoyed. I'm Dad. Aww. I have some sugar in my coffee in the morning, but I'm trying to cut out eating the sweets during the day. A lot of empty calories that weren't helping me when I want to get back into the ship. I went, yeah. My friend is type 1 and she eats way more sweets. Why are you annoyed? Yeah, that's the thing about sweets, right? They're empty calories, and you might want to get more nutrients in. And I am right now, like, I was actually doing really well with my nutrition, and then the school year got insane, and then I got less well with my nutrition, which is like not the best. But here's the thing: the semester is almost over, and oh, I should tell you this. I started riding my bike again, which is like basically the first time I've really done it since I've been back in Massachusetts. So that's really cool. I have, you know, I'm riding my bike, which I feel really good about. I've done 3 rides so far. And on Sunday, I plan on I did like basically 3 6-mile rides. And then on Sunday, I want to do a 10 to 12-mile ride is my goal. So I'm trying to get back, because it's the summer, to riding my bike 3 times a week. I would like to also get back to lifting weights again, and also practicing the banjo, and also getting my drawing fingers back, and also doing extra stuff like getting my Colos players pinned down for some interviews so I can do like that stuff I want to do. And I want to do extra RPGs. I've got so many things I want to do. I'm very excited. I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted to tip so I could hear you sing Pig Latin, but I could. Oh, Grinny. What? Why? You should. I do not approve of that. Why didn't it work? By the way, I'm just gonna go and eat crisp, deep-fried cysty bits. The bits left over in the fryer after the cysty pig tumors are cooked. Meat, base health 25%, lasts 2 minutes. Bet you can't eat just one. Well, let's eat that. Let's go eat some cysty bits. Sounds real gross, but hey, we're into it.
And we're stalking.
We are stalking. This is correct. And we're gonna shoot this person in the head, just so. And then we're gonna switch guns. Stand up. Hey, leave me alone. Oh, well, all right, that's cool. You're dead. There are a lot of. Oh, hi. Okay, like so, a bunch of dead people. Enemy killed. We're gonna just. Hey, leave me alone. I mean, I'm not gonna leave you alone. Like, I'm gonna actually shoot you. So, there's that, right? I mean, this is a. You know, I don't mind a little bit of what's the word? Sniping. I don't mind sniping at all. I like to do a good headshot, but I don't. They've got these helmets on, and these helmets seem to be very good. And you know, hey, I have to tell you something. What I have to tell you is that I'm going to shoot. Oops. Well, hi. Excuse me for a moment.
You did it!
Huh? Thanks. Hey, that went really well, by the way. We shot them from far away, and it was fine. Let me see. Uh, how rude, Grinny. I see you quoting Full House. Do you want to talk about your Full House situation? Do you want to talk about your relationship to the Olsen twins, and Full House, and Uncle Joey, and uh, Uncle Joey, uh, and the other ones? I can't remember all the rest of their names. DJ and look, I was not a huge Full House person because that was sort of like past my time. My sister watched it. DJ and
Great work.
uh, Danny, thank you. Holy Hexabird, this character looks just like you, right? See, I tried. I also gave Jezza like a slightly blue beard, but you can't really tell. But his sideburns are kind of blue. I try to get it going on. I thought that would be exciting. But Danny, DJ, Stephanie, maybe Jessica. Second here. What I'm gonna do is this. Yeah, I want to see what you all are saying. The weather being nicer definitely helps with the bike riding. Absolutely. Also, I mean, this is like my first time really riding in the area, so that's kind of fun. Baron Torque, I got used to the treadmill. I got a used treadmill and some free weights. Oh, and some free weights. And so I've been walking 2 miles a day on it and different free weights to get the muscles. Yeah. I've got some free weights. I've got like some variable dumbbells, and I want to get back to them because I've got a Geek Derby, which is like a nerd fitness thing. Have got like this like little like a 30-day thing, and I need to get back to it. It's like a 30-day, so like free weights and like body weight kind of stuff. And now that the semester is almost over, I'm going to be able to work out and dial my nutrition in, which usually means eating more food with better calories and more nutrients. And like, so I'm like really excited about doing that again, so I can get myself back on track. I'm excited about that. Yeah, okay. Baron just said. So we're going to have to talk about this. Listen, the girl who played Stephanie is the worst on Worst Chris America. And like, oh, is she really bad? Oh, Michelle, thank you, PH. Ice Penny says, I was put on a high carb, low fat way of eating. I can eat 80 grams of fat a day, so I have a weekly fat allowance of 560 grams a week. So I can pig out at Max Burger and have ice cream and kind of look like someone who is not on a diet trip. I mean, diet doesn't necessarily mean reducing calories. It just means that you are like, a diet is just the food you eat, right? And yeah, Derby, right? The Derby RPGs are really cool. I've done their basic hero's journey, but they have some other ones. Like they've got some sci-fi ones and some like post-apocalyptic ones, and I really do want to try one of those RPG ones. I'm doing their Ironborn at the moment, and then I want to go and do. Once I get the Ironborn, so I'm like back into a basic level of fitness. I want to do one of their RPGs. Scabby Deck. I did it as well. A few other folks I know, we kept on each other and shared progress. I feel like I just missed a comment. Scabby, really? Oh, I want to do another round of that because it's like, what, 90 days, most of them? Or 100, like something, it's like 3 months maybe? We did, how was the post-apocalyptic one? How was that one? Because I've only done the hero's journey so far, but I was really interested in the post-apoc. How was it? Oh, so cool. Grinny says, I sat outside and read for like half an hour, and it was rather delightful, right up until my leg got hot. Ooh, I gotta tell you, reading... I have a thought. I feel like... How do you feel? I feel like this should be the summer of self-care. And by self-care, I mean doing things that you're like, you know what? I think I want to do these things, right? And sort of prioritizing doing the things that that will make you happy. I mean, look, I've got a lot of work to do academic-wise, more than I'll ever know, but I feel like we should prioritize a little bit of self-care. These are my thoughts. These are my thoughts. I want to know if you all are with me on that one, because that could be very nice. And now I'm inside where it's cold talking to you. Well, okay. It might be cold on the inside, but am I warming you up with like joy and laughter and love and kind words and like good thoughts and vibes? Am I warming you up with good vibes? Because that would be, I would like that. That is what I'm gonna say. Those are my thoughts on that one. Let's see. The one we did was just a month, 30 days with increasing amounts of things. It didn't take any equipment, which is why I liked it the most, because I was starting out. Yeah, this is me doing a ton of self-care now that I've got a lot of mental stability. Right, and here's the thing. I feel like, yes, right? Like there's something about working out some stuff, thinking, oh, yeah, here's where I'm at, and then being like, you know what, I'm gonna... I realize I'm not finishing my thoughts because I have a lot of thoughts in my head right now. And one of my thoughts is, so just to finish that thought, like, once you sort yourself out and you're like, yeah, this is where I'm at, being able to go and do a little bit of self-care, I think is really nice, to just focus on where you're at and what you're thinking and the things that'll make you happy. And not even just like, not even in a like, oh, I'm going to go and do a spa day kind of a way, but in a, you know what, I really wanted to go hiking. Let me go and do that. That kind of way, if you know what I mean, like in a let me not wait on doing the things that I want to do. Let me just kind of do some of these things that I have wanted to do. And this is sort of where I've been in my mind. Now, this semester has not involved me doing the things I want to do because my life is sometimes... I do not have a pass key. Okay. I don't have a pass key. Why do I not have a pass key? Roscoe had a phonograph in a pipe. Okay, how do I get this pass key? Interesting. Okay, well, let's set this as active. And maybe we'll find it over there. If we sort of move ourselves forward, perhaps we will find it there. Yeah. I like to use workouts to focus on thinking about me as much. Yeah. One thing that's really nice about workouts, I find, is it just gives you, like, I try to like listen to music. It gives me just a moment to kind of like chill. Like, I realize people are like, oh, it's working out. But for me, it's not even just about, like you, Baron, it's not just about working out. It's about like just having like, there are these like little things that just give me time for myself, like working out, shaving with a straight razor. Just like, let me like relax and chill. Yeah, to infinity and beyond. Hello, Roller 300. How are you? I see you. I want to read more, and this is Grinny, and I'm a member of a monthly book subscription called Once Upon a Book Club, which gives me a book and gifts that you have to open on specific pages, and I love it. Oh, that sounds cool. It gives me a reason to read more because I want to know what gifts I'm getting. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Oh, you know what? There's a like one of these boxes that you order. It's like a murder mystery that come every month. You get like, it's not Find a Killer. It's like a Sherlock Holmes one where like every month you get like a letter in a mail. It's part of a mystery. I feel like that would be a really cool thing to do. Well, it says nothing wrong on spa day with bubbly wine, face mask, and decent meal bought by room service. Hey, that's nice. Oh, yeah. Grinny, can you put in media musings? Can you put the book club in the media musings? Because maybe everybody wants to see it. That'd be really cool. Intravino. Esme says, Trooper, my doctors in the hospital said we do not call it diet or dieting because it is a lifestyle change. Because according to them, diet is something you do at a limited time, and eating healthy is a thing that you stick with till you are no more. The thing that kind of saved me was that they from the get-go informed us and then gave us agency to pick the foods. Yeah, I mean, whatever language works best for you. But for me, I think just because of my age or background, I don't know. The first time I heard the word diet was not connected to not eating. It was connected to like what kind of diet, what is like I think it's about the food pyramid probably when I'm thinking about it, like where like when I think about the word diet, my first, I mean, like the diet industry from like the 80s got in my mind, but I think that I was thinking like from the 70s when I was thinking of the word diet, it was about not about calorie cutting or calorie counting, but just like I think it's about the food pyramid, like in your daily diet, right? Like that sort of like that phrase daily diet is something that I grew up hearing, so that it wasn't necessarily uh, exclusively calorie counting, right? But it did also become that way, uh, right? Granny says, I also my mom's home with chicken barbecue. Ooh, nice. Okay, yes, enjoy that barbecue. Bola says, would people's life be slightly better if we had massaging lazy chairs, heated holistic blankets, and Blu-ray box of Golden Girls? Yes, yes, they would. Uh, you use the word diet differently than we in Europe. We use it in multiple ways, right? So you can use the word diet to mean, oh, it's like we say fad diets, right? Like I'm going on a diet. If you say uh, I'm going on a diet, right? That means what you think it means. Uh, yes, Gervais says it could be either based on context. Yes, right. So for me, I think diet has two different meanings. There's like the I'm going on a diet, uh, a fad diet, a crash diet, right? That kind of a thing where you're like, uh, right, doing for a limited time. But we also use the term diet, which can also just be part of, actually, it doesn't necessarily have to be eating healthy. It could be, so diet, so you use diet as like the way that you mean it, Ice Bunny, but we also use it in terms of just how you are eating. If I said, oh yeah, so-and-so has a really bad diet, that means that the way that they eat normally, like, is just not particularly healthy. Or, well, they've got a very good diet, which means that the way that they eat normally is particularly uh, good. Um, Roller says, first time I heard diet, it was a mandatory lifestyle change. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I think what I would say is that we use diet in multiple ways, and that then allows it to have slightly different meanings depending on how you are taking it. Yes. Also, by the way, that was a lot of, there are a lot, like, I feel like I should be hitting these things a bit more because I think they'll explode in really satisfying ways, and I just don't think I've been doing that because I think I've been irresponsible. But I think at least we can get to that cool space from here. Dietary, ooh, yeah. Ooh, Javai, that's really good too. Dietary restrictions, historical diets, yes, yeah, yes, right? Like, what are your dietary restrictions? Oh, I've got no dietary restrictions, or oh yeah, I've got a food allergy, so that's my dietary restriction. But then also historical diets, yeah, absolutely. Um, what is the official um, definition of the word diet, though? In Germany, diet is exclusive to lose weight. For the nutritional use of diet in English, we say Ernährung, and that is not connected to slimming down. Right? Yeah. Because uh, do you use do you actually use the English word diet, or uh, follow up question? Um, yes, because we'd also say like historical diet as well. We would absolutely definitely say that. Um, that is true. Thank you, Javai. I do really enjoy um, thinking about how words work, and now you've reminded me of like new ways that we use that. Um, yeah, so diet for us isn't exclusively about slimming down. It can be, uh, but we just don't. We have more than one word for this space. We basically have. I think you have more than one word, and I think we just have one. Right? I think we just use the one word for what you'd say Ernährung. But see, here's the thing: we also have the word nutrition, which is different, right, than diet. Ooh, okay. How are we defining these things? Isn't diet also an assembly of some sort? Ooh. Also, is yes, like the. But would you pronounce it diet or would you pronounce it diet? Like, isn't that like also a? Yes, it's like a. And I feel like I know it from Dungeons and Dragons, as a from the old first edition Dungeons and Dragons DM's guide, or no, like isn't a religious a religious assembly? The diet? Oh, yes, no, Yes. Diet. Is it pronounced funny? Somebody who's not me. Will somebody who's not me go and look up diet on like dictionary.com? I'm super interested in what and how it's defined. Also, now I really want to look up diet on my translation program, because I'm now really curious to see how the different ways in which the word diet is translated into German. Also, yes. Yes, yes, thank you, Valtiel. Thank you. That's what it is. I was like, I know this word from somewhere. The Japanese government is called the National... Is it pronounced diet or diet? Do you know? Y'all, I'm loving this right now. I know that, like, look, I get weird about interesting information that I'm really excited by. Let's overwrite this data. And I know, this is where I know diet as a diet, as a term, because of one of my favorite manga. It's pronounced diet? Okay, thank you, Valtiel. The reason, because I know the word, but I've never heard it said. I know it from one of my favorite manga, which is Sanctuary. So, Ikegami and Fumimura. So, Ryoichi Ikegami is a manga artist, and I love him. I think he's amazing. He's done, like, Crying Freeman, My the Psychic Girl, Sanctuary. He's done a couple others that I do not currently own, and I probably should have bought them, like, a decade ago, because now they are a bit hard to find. But, right, wait, you got bonked by the butt? No, wait. Valtiel, I'm just make you a regular. So I can, if I make you a regular, then I feel like I should, then you should be able to do this. Add reg Valtiel. I wonder if I have to give that a capital. Probably not, right? 1493, did that work? And if that doesn't work, let me try reg add Valtiel 1493. I spelled you wrong, but I did get it right. Hold on. Reg add Valtiel 1493. Yes. No. Valtiel for... Did I not do it right? Hold on. Again, I spelled reg add Valtiel 1493. Okay. Valtiel, you have been added as a regular. You should be able to post the link so that we can, yes. So if you do not look, I love Ikegami and Fumimura. I think, ooh, thank you. Ooh, nice. I love them. I think they're amazing. And do you all know Crying Freeman? So you know how people are super into anime and all that good stuff. I'm not into anime. I suppose I am. It's just that my anime tastes are a little bit 1970s and 1980s. I have my aesthetics, right? And I love manga, and the manga I like tends to be, there's a term, I think they call it seinen manga. So it's like a lot of like crime stuff and sort of a little bit grittier, as, I mean, you could probably guess. Like a lot of the stuff I like is not like wholesome, happy stuff. It's not cute. I don't tend to like cute stuff. I tend to like sort of slightly grittier stuff, which is why I love Robotech, Captain Harlock, that kind of stuff. Anyway, Star Blazers, which I loved. I would love to get some... Oh, okay, so look, I'm going to recommend this one. It's called Sanctuary. It's maybe 7 or 8 volumes. It might be hard to find all of them, but if you can get them, I would recommend them. No, I don't dislike myself. I'm not adorable. But let me tell you about it because it's really, really good. And when I tell you about it, you might be motivated to pick it up. And the artwork is stunning. What is this? Hold on. Oh. Hey. We opened the doors. That's awesome. I feel good about that. Yay. Yay. I do not think, however, we solved the mystery, which is there's a mystery. Hold on. We're gonna find it. Map? The question... So, a dialogue between dead men. I don't think we did not finish that part. So we're going to go back up. There's another building that we can go into and finish that. And then at least we've got another bit of a side mission down. Robotech! We have been 15 folks, 100 kilos plus, that have tried and failed multiple slim down diets. And the more you yo-yo, the harder it will be in the long run to use and keep it off. That's true. My doctor said if I lose 4 kilos, about 8 pounds a year, and then hold it for the rest of the year, I would be part of the 1/4 of the adipostas parmagna patients that will not relapse. Yeah, you've got to go like slow and steady. Do you know what I mean? And one I was reading was basically eat. It's much slower, but eat. Figure out what weight you want to be at, and then eat at that weight. Like, figure out what the calorie count is for the weight that you want to be at, and then eat at that calorie count. It's like, don't eat less, right? Basically, eat the diet that will match the weight you want to be, but you might have to bring yourself to that. But like, basically, like, don't eat 1,000 calories and then like lose a lot of weight because you're eating unhealthily. Don't do that. That's bad. Instead, eat at the weight that you want to be at, and in a sustainable way. Basically, that's what they said, and I was like, that's cool. That seems to make a lot of sense, to me at least.
Making it look easy.
I know. Slow is smooth, slow is fast. Works. Yes, it is. Also, slow is more. You know what? If you go too fast, you might pull a muscle, and who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. That's no good. So we're gonna go up this way, which is another sort of path we haven't taken, and I feel like we are in a good way. I also feel good about how much like, does it look like we're making a lot of progress? But I feel like we're making a lot of progress today, so I'm feeling good about our lives, just for the record. Also, there was something I wanted to tell. Oh, yes, I wanted to tell you about Sanctuary. So, Sanctuary is a manga series by Ikegami and Fumimura that I recommend highly. Ryoichi Ikegami and Sho Fumimura. Okay, I'm finally here. Just got done recording an episode of The Maid Show I'm on. Ooh, nice. By the way, I've got some gaming stuff happening over the summer. I'm very excited. Okay, so we're going to be methodical. It looks like there's more stuff that way, so we're going to start this way and just move around methodically. So, Sanctuary, one of my favorite manga. Hey, Max Ryder, how are you? It is, first off, the art is gorgeous. The art is, it's kind of like one of those realist sort of styles of art. A lot of really like detailed pen line work. Ikegami stuff is astounding. And it's about two best friends. It's going well. I've got, by the way, remind me that I have to get off the stream at 3:15 at the latest. I know we started a little bit late, but I had to get the capture card going, which now it works, the new capture card. But 3:15 at the latest, because I've got an RPG that I'm streaming starting at 4, and we've got a call time of 3:40, so I can get all the tech set up. So don't let me stay more past 3:15. Oh, good. Perfect, Max. Hello, Roller. So all the shinies, where are they? Okay, so here's the thing. It's about two best friends, these two young men, who are Japanese, but they, as children, they were in Cambodia as children during the time of the Khmer Rouge, right? With the yeah, that was not a great time, right? So they were in these like internment camps, like they were captured and tortured by the Khmer Rouge, and they went through this whole like ordeal together, and they then That's where we're at. Great. And then they were able to make it back to Japan. As you know, they were still young people, right? So they made it back to Japan, and this, I really feel like this manga is very 1980s. It's very 1980s Japan, I think. Anyway, so they get back to Japan.
Anywhere in all this mess?
We will look. Hey, Artie Snack, how are you? It is so good to see you, Artie. I just wanted to say, hey. So they get back to Japan in the 80s, and what they see is that Japan is stagnating. They think that Japan is resting on its laurels, that it doesn't have vitality, right? That it's just like, that they're not doing the things they need to do, and they want to go and basically radically transform Japan. It does look very 80s manga, but it's yeah. And they want to radically transform Japan, and so they decide that the only way to do that is to take over the country. And at that moment, what that means is that one of them needs to become the prime minister of Japan, and the other one needs to become the head of the Yakuza. So they sort of basically flip heads or tails, and one of them will go the way of politics, and the other one will go the way of crime, these two best friends. But of course, they can't act like they know each other, because it would not look good if this, young politician is like friends with a big Yakuza person. So it's about these two young men who are trying to rise up through the ranks of politics and crime, and so that they can like take over Japan and like make it a vital new country, and what that will do, like what their story. And it's really, really good. I recommend it highly. The art's beautiful. The story's super interesting. It's political. It's got like politics and crime, and I recommend it. So Maxwell's like, this plan seems flawed. Well, I mean, a number of politicians had their own mobsters, or vice versa. So, but of course it's tricky because like they flipped a coin when they were like kids, like which one would go to which one, and that impacts what kind of lives they'll have, Birdie. Law, damn it, Birdie. What did I tell you about pestering Maurice? He's not interested. If you scare him off the project, you're gone. I don't care if you're my kid sister. We need his research. We don't need you. Got it? Good. I took a look at the preliminary schedule you sent over. You got all the tasks tracked, but the timing's off. For one thing, you have me finishing this metal casings fabrication after the package is supposed to be complete. Find me at my workstation in the mines near OCI when you get off shift. I'll go over the rest of my criticisms in person. By the marvelous mustache of Excelsior, Gil. P.S. How long do we have to keep saying that? It's ridiculous. All right, okay. And there's a comic. Oh, there's also more. Look, there's a lot of Adrena time here, and I am very concerned about that. But look, we're going to pick up the thrilling adventures of Archibald Excelsior. Issue 3. The exhilarating adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator. I want to say this with my megaphone. The exhilarating adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the invasion of the flesh-eating sprats. Issue 3 of 4. A comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series, tragically cancelled after its brief 4-issue run. Scribbled in felt tip on the comic spine is the word "and." After pacifying the canid threat, rejuvenated hero Archibald Excelsior is deployed to the subterranean metropolis of Hephaestus to quell the rise of super-villainous a cappella band, the Sprat Pack, when a new foe arrives to stop him. Buff Hardman, acquisitions agent of Super Dark Reclamation, will stop at nothing to acquire Hephaestus's mining productive corporate enclave for his shadowy shipping concern. When Excelsior interferes with Hardman's plan to mind control the Sprat Pack, Hardman turns his dastardly mind control ray on Excelsior. Will our mustachioed hero free his mind from Hardman's power with his newly healed heart intact? Well, it's a question that I do not know the answer for, but I want to know. 3 times. Well, I know what I'm doing after Dead House later, right? Makes us wonder, where is the fine line? Why not both? Turns out today is Bella's gotcha day. We got her 3 years ago as a 7-pound puppy. Artie says, you can tell it is fiction as they act as if politics and crime aren't the same thing. But wait, there's more if you pay up. I've got this V8, V8 Plus, which is like pomegranate and blueberry juice with green tea. So we just passed by we just did 2 side quests, which makes me feel good. We just finished looting this area. Probably gonna have to eat some bread, but you know, at some point. And does anybody else feel like we're going to finish Gorgon like really soon, and then finish the game really soon? Fast travel location discovered. Oh, nice. And then be playing Rain World really soon, because I feel like we've only got like 2 sessions left. It's not true. We've got many sessions. Voice actors work hard. You know, I have to tell you, I did some voice acting when I lived in Germany. And dubbing, actually. I did some dub work, voiceovers, dubbing, English dubs, right? That was like good times. I have not. I would love to be a voice actor. Yeah, I will tell you, it's interesting work. I remember we were doing this one gig, me and a bunch of like 4 or 5 other voice actors. It was for English learning language. So what we had to do is basically read a dictionary. So there was all these vocabulary words, and we had to read them so that people could know what they sounded like. So it was just like reading. It was just like hundreds of words we did. And there were like 4 of us, and we all had to divide these words up into like 1,000 billion, just a lot of words. But we ended up getting a bit loopy by the end of it, and we did not pronounce them incorrectly, but we pronounced them with exciting inflections. We got a little saucy. You know, it was just like, elevator, you know? And that was our way of giving ourselves a little bit of a fun time. And we did, but that was such a weird gig. It's very hard to get into, though. Yeah, oh my, there was just a little bit of oh my going on right there. So so it seems to me like I have now, is this correct? Methodically gone through this entire area. I feel like that is correct. And we cannot get into that building. It is sealed. So I think that we are in a space where we can go and move. Oh, we should probably save. Yeah. Yeah, you know, like you do. It was like hundreds and hundreds of words. Hundreds and hundreds of words. It was like a decent gig, though. It was fine. It was fine. So we have to find the clue at the Synthesis and Manufactory Observatory. Also, I still do not have... I need a code. Maybe... see, here's the thing. It is... right here is where it is, but I don't know if we can actually access it. We can try. We can try to see if we can actually access it, but I don't know if we can, because it seems like it is inside this building, right? And this building is sealed. So I feel like this is a kind of a funky thing where both of the places we need to go are sealed. So we clearly need to do something else first in order to get it. So let's go back here and try to get these clues, right? The where are they? So one's way over here and one is down here. I do not want to... you know what? I have a thought. I think that we can get this clue. Maybe... it's unclear to me. Because here it is, right? And the best way to get there is either this super long way around, following this topography, or we might be able to walk this way around. I'm not certain, but I feel like we should probably try walking this way around while we're here to see. And if it doesn't work, we will make another go of it. It'll be fine. Peril on Gorgonzola. Fromage too perilous. Yeah, this is true. By the way, I keep pressing the triangle button, which I think is a Y on the Xbox controller, because I keep thinking that'll pull up the map, and it never does, and that's disappointing. Also, we walked the wrong way. Also, I don't know if we actually can go the other way, so... Questions. What are your favorite cheeses? Sorry, I just thought of something. I just thought of something. It was a song that I love, called "I Hate the Spring," and it is hilarious. I actually don't think we can make it that way, but yeah, I don't think we can make it that way. We better find some holes in this plot. Oh, look, I love cheese. Now, I will say that I don't tend to like stinky cheeses, even though I know they're fancy. I tend to like, look, I love a sharp cheddar. A sharp cheddar is going to be a thing that's going to make me a very happy person in my life. And that is just a true statement. Let's see. What is the best way to get where we need to go? That'll take us across, but I don't want to go across. I want to go down. So let's not, even though we've got a mission over there, like main quest stuff over there, I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more excited to knock out some of these side quests first. And I think we have to go down and around. This is my theory on this. A sharp cheddar, hello that thing you love. A sharp cheddar may sound painful, but it's delicious. So good, so good. In Barovia, cheddar cuts you. Speaking of manga, I mentioned Sanctuary, which I really, really love. I think it's really good. I want to get Heat, which is the next one that pair did. I have not done it yet, but that is my goal. But there's another manga that I thought was really interesting. It's by a different artist. It's called Eagle, the Making of an Asian American President. And it is a fictional, like an alternate reality set during the first time that Hillary Clinton ran for president. I don't think she got the nomination. I don't really like cheese personally. Pizza is just about the only... Oh, cheddar and Parmesan, cheese-like products. Yeah, we are talking about manga, and I was saying that I tend to like, I think it's called seinen manga. I like manga that's a bit grittier, and yeah, I just tend to like grittier manga is the long and short of it. And if you have any good recommendations, I would love to hear them. So Eagle, the Making of an Asian American President, is by a Japanese artist, and it's about, You'll Love Anything by Anio Asano. Will you give me recommendations? Because if you give me recommendations, I will get them and then read them, and put them in the Discord so that I can see them, because I love that. Let's keep going. So, what was it? 2008? No, let me see. What year was it? Was it? I feel like it was not 2008. 2000, maybe? Perhaps? Well, we clearly have been here before. This is a place we've been, because we have shot things, so that's exciting. So basically, it's an alternate reality where an Asian American senator runs for president, and about his about his journey to try to become an American president. So what I think is really interesting about it is that it is a Japanese person's take on the American electoral system, and also Japanese American, politics. So that was like interesting. I thought it was kind of like, I'm always interested in seeing other people's take on the U.S. Right? I just think that's interesting. Like, what do other people think about? How do they see us? And so that was a good one. I like that one. Oh, good. Yes, throw Rex on Discord. There was another one that I actually bought recently that I haven't read yet because I have not had time. And it's by this guy who's like a big classic. It's a World War II. It's a World War II manga. And it was, oh, hello. It was finally translated. It was like people have been waiting for some time for this thing to be translated, but it finally has been. And I wish I could remember the name of it. It's like, it's a really important classic that means a lot to a bunch of people, and I really wish I could remember the name of it, and the fact that I cannot makes me feel like a bad person, and I am sorry. What's it called? Oh gosh. Let me save. Disclaimer. Inio Asano's works are usually very difficult reads given their themes and exploration of humanity, so I don't recommend it if you aren't. Oh, thank you for the disclaimer, but also that sounds like exactly the thing I like reading. So this sounds like exactly what I want to read. I really like things that are challenging and maybe somewhat disturbing, a lot. So I feel like that's exactly what I should be doing. Let's Oh, these things like range. Great. Oh, hey, hold on. Give me some of that. Oh, hello. Hey, hold on. Oh no, hey, how are you doing? I just died. I just want you to know that I just died right now. That was a thing that happened. So let me, So that was a thing, that happened. You're not a bad person. You just no. Actually, I got rid of most of my encumbrance. It was really good. I was very proud of myself. I did a really good job of that. We got Cheddarzard. Yeah. No, I was like, I've been really good about getting, like not being encumbered. I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. You'd be super proud of me. I might have some stuff right now because I've been looting, but I've been doing really good. Just okay. So I'm going to this is what we're gonna do right now. We're going to just reload. We're going to I've picked up a lot, but I'm not currently encumbered, so that's really good. I picked up a lot, so we're going to do it like this. We're going to go in, we're going to go into, like, Super Saiyan time, and then we're going to pop out, switch guns, and shoot. And I'm going to have everybody use your special powers. Like, special powers on the go. Like, just do special powers, all of y'all. All the special powers, all the time. Just use them.
I am a soul.
Also, I should be using my pistol because my pistol's better. But, Hey, guess what? We didn't die. We were much better. Much, much better. And I am proud of myself in that one. Thank you. Yeah, give me recommendations. So, I really wish I could remember what this guy's name was. I'm gonna just waltz over here. I wish I could remember his name.
There sure are an awful lot of marauders on this abandoned asteroid.
I know.
No telling what other horrors we're set to find here.
I think that these were not originally marauders. I think they were workers who got addicted to Adrenatime and are in a bad way. So, in case you want to know my feelings, those are my feelings. Look, I am going to be distracted if I cannot figure out what this is. So, I am going to, before we go any further, I am going to see if I can find the name of that manga. If I had all of my stuff unpacked, it'd be down there, and then I could just tell you, because I have all my manga. Like, I try to put all my games and manga on this shelf, like, RPGs, manga, art books, that kind of thing. But I have not fully unpacked since the move. Uh, Hold on, let me see. Deadman Wonderland. Oh, all right. Let me see. Let me look if I can find it. Let's see. I don't know if this will do it. No, that's not what I want. Let me see. Hold on. How can I find this? Manga about World War II Japan. Uh, no, that's not it. It's really important. Uh, yes, this is it. I found it. I got it. I found it, by the way. This is the one. I got it because it was translated not too long ago, like I think 2014 probably is when they actually translated it. It's called Showa, and it's about like the Showa period, so like before World War II starts, during World War II, and it's by Shigeru Mizuki. And Shigeru Mizuki is one of Japan's oldest and most famous manga artists, and he generally like draws ghosts and monsters. But he's like, when is this from? So this article's from 2014, and he just did this massive work. He was 92 years old in like 2014, and he was studying art like back then, and then the war happened and it entered his art studies, and he ended up being drafted and fought in Papua New Guinea and all this stuff, and he lost an arm in an Allied air raid, and then he basically he worked. So he this manga is based on historical research, and it's like uh, he got worked as a movie theater projectionist, and then he did his first manga was Rocket Man, so like right post war, and I know him from Drawn and Quarterly, which was like one of these anthology comic book anthologies, which I used to read all the time. I don't know if it's still going on actually, um, and so a lot of his earlier works are being translated through Drawn and Quarterly, but they just in 2013 is when they introduced the first English volume of Showa, uh, and Drawn and Quarterly was doing. I need to find out whether Drawn and Quarterly is still happening, because if they are, I really need to support them. So it's called Showa, and I got it. I have just not had the time to read it, but it's something that I really really want to read. It's apparently like really very very serious and very intense. So that is something that I am really excited about doing. Yeah. If you ever need a silly fun comic to read, you might enjoy Murder Falcon. Oh, put it in Discord. Put it in Discord. Giant Spider and Me is really a cute small series. Okay, I want all of these things in media so that we can all just find them later, because they sound really good and very exciting. And look, I love a good. Oh, you do not know. Oh, wrong direction. I want to go this way. DSB had me read a couple of really good manga. We traded some manga. One she had me read was I'm gonna say the name wrong because there's certain titles that I always get wrong a little bit because the numbers are wrong. I think it's 6 billion needles, 9 billion needles, 6 billion needles, 6 billion needles, 9 billion needles, six. Hold on. 2 billion, 6 billion needles. Is that right? Manga. 7 billion needles. That's what it's called. I'm so sorry. It's called 7 billion needles, and it's a manga by Nobukai Tadano, and it was inspired by the 1950s science fiction novel Needle by Hal Clement, and it's about this reclusive teenage girl who is sort of who is secretly host to a being known as Horizon, who is searching for an intergalactic murderer on intent on killing humanity. And there are 4 volumes of that one, and that was really good. I really liked that one. 7 Billion Needles. I will also post these things in our Discord so that people who want to know about it can read it. Because I, practice what I preach. It's really good. And she's got, yeah. Hello, Abandoned Mines. What do we have?
Anyone else feel like the walls are almost leaning in?
I think they are.
As much as I love caves, let's make this quick. Manties love them too.
Okay, all right. We'll check it out. We'll be fine. My favorite manga is Battle Angel Elitist. Oh, I've not read that one, but I know people love that one. I got it when it came out in German in the 90s and was reading that book one afternoon and then had to wait 2 weeks for the next. Yeah. Are they related to Kautor and its Thousand Needles? I don't think so. Volus says, Moomin by Tove Jansson might be something you might enjoy. A family of hippos live on a weird house. Dad hippo has a legal shotgun and stuff happens. Ooh. Okay, look, I don't know if Barentor is still here. May or may not be here, but I want to tell you something that I felt very called out and attacked, but also was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Gail Simone made a post where she said, post a panel, like one of your favorite panels from a comic book. And I have not read any of Junji Ito's books. Give me recommendations. Look, this summer is going to be my summer of reading for fun, not just for work. Also, this summer is going to be the summer of doing a lot of academic writing because that's also for myself. Weirdly, you might think that doing academic writing is not for yourself, but it is, because during the school year, I almost always write for... I almost never get to write for myself during the school year. I always do things for other people, and let me stand up, switch guns. Let's do a lot of that, shall we? Also, use your powers. Everybody use your powers. There should be a lot of power usage right now. Yeah, do a lot of that right now. Yes, okay. Ooh, hello. Ooh, hi. Okay, ooh, hi, how you doing? Great, we're good. Everybody's fine. That looks pretty weird though, but we are good, and none of us are dead. Also, however, I need to repair my stuff. Yeah. Off the bat for Junji, Tomi Gyo Izumaki sensor no longer human. Ooh, Frank. Ooh, shiver. Ooh, that sounds good. Also, don't just stand there. Yes. Uzumaki. I was gonna tell you something. Yeah. 90s. Yeah. So when I was when it comes to comic books, right? I've always been I'm like a bad nerd, in that I've always loved nerdy things, but the nerdy things I've loved have never been the nerdy things that were popular. And by popular, I mean popular with nerds, right? Like, I like these things, like, oh, I like this thing, but like, it wouldn't be the popular with nerd things. And you might think, why does that matter? Because the things I liked not being popular with nerds or anyone else meant they got canceled. And so a lot of things I really liked ended up getting canceled, and that was sad. But anyway, I used to read like a lot of let me repair all the equipped stuff. Accept it. Everything is repaired. Excellent. Let's save. Standing still, the standard practice of Napoleon. Yeah. So like, my early comic book days were, because like my mom was also a great nerd, and I got a lot of my nerdness from my mom. My mom was like a big sci-fi geek, and just look, my mom is awesome in every way. You just need to know that about my mom. So let's go here and let's look at our map and find out where we're headed. All right, so we need to head this way, perhaps. if we can make it this way. Oh, I don't recommend reading it because it sucks. Just check out the art for Hideout. It's a horror one-shot manga with a very subpar plot. They are probably the best art I've ever seen. Ooh, look, I love really, really good art. I will certainly look at the art because I that does give me joy. I was the only nerd in my class, yeah. I can't remember the name of the Ito story where the people shaped holes in the mountain. That one was great. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That sounds really good. What is up here? Okay, so when I first started, I got some stuff from my mom. Like my mom had like some of the old Vampirella from Charlton. No, what was their name? Map. Nice, but I think we want to just head this way first. I don't know if we actually can get where we need to go this way. We might have to go through all those other things first, but we'll just check and we'll just see. That's how we'll do. Now I'm the only one with a BA from that class. Oh, hey, here we go. Let's get ourselves ready. So it was a oops, wrong button. It's fine.
Ready for this.
And let's back up. Let's oh, sorry. Did I hit my friend? So sorry. Here, use your powers. Oh, use your powers. Let's back up. And let's use that. Yeah. Use your powers. Like, do some stuff. Do things. Hi. Okay, we got more things going on. Everybody, we got things that need to be killed. Let's do that. Oh, hey friends. Cold damage weakness. No, let's reject that. We don't want cold damage weakness. That doesn't seem fun at all. Let's not have it. Whew. There was a lot of screaming. The Enigma of Amigara Fault was the title. Oh. So like when I started, I was like looking at things like Vampirella, these Charlton comics, these things like that. And so I ended up horror books. So like the comic books I first started reading were like horror comic books. House of Mystery, House of Secrets, Witching Hour, things like that. So I became like a big fan of those. And that was why I became a fan of DC. Because DC Comics was the one that was putting out all of those non-superhero books at the time. So I was reading like all of those, and I was reading the sword and sorcery books like Arion, Lord of Atlantis, Warlord, then some pulp like The Shadow. So DC had a lot of the books that I was reading, which were not superhero books per se. I didn't read a lot of superhero books. Hi, Crit Witch. As per usual, I have nothing to contribute to the manga comic discussion. PTSD radio is really good. Ooh, body horror, nice. And so, like, you know, would I read some of those superhero books here and then?
I don't know what those researchers were doing in here. I'm glad they stopped.
Yes, I would, but like I wasn't like just not that much. And then all the books that I read in these sort of mainstream comics all ended up getting canceled. At the same time, I was, you know, they all basically were either miniseries or they all got canceled. So I was kind of out of comic books for a bit. And when I'd end up getting back into them, I ended up getting back into them through indie books, right? So I was reading things like, well, the big one I really got into was Ms. Tree. That was the first one that I got into. That was an indie book by Max Allan Collins and Terry Beattie. Really good. It's a pulp crime novel with a sort of like a female protagonist, like very, very much a what would you call it? Hard-boiled, like a hard-boiled sort of Mickey Spillane sort of thing. Really good. And then from there, I ended up getting into Love and Rockets. Like once I, so it was like, yeah, I was reading, when I was still in high school, I was reading Ms. Tree, Dark Horse Presents, Drawn and Quarterly. Because I was drawing a lot of comics at the time, so I was reading a lot of comic anthologies. And then when I joined the army, that's when I picked up Love and Rockets and Maze Academy, Love is Strange, those sorts of things. And I got to tell you, I love Love and Rockets. Love and Rockets. If you've not read Love and Rockets, I highly recommend it. It's by the Hernandez brothers, and nowadays they've. Back then you would buy them, and they were sort of divided differently. Now they've. Back then they were compilations of the actual comics, which meant so in each comic there were like three Hernandez brothers, but the first like one of the Hernandez brothers, Mario, only did work on like the very first couple. But after that, you had the two main Hernandez brothers, Jaime and Gilberto, and Gilberto did this sort of like magical realist sort of story about people in a small Central American town called Palomar. And then Jaime did this series on these sort of like punk rockers, these women who are like punk rockers in East LA, called the Locas Saga. And I loved them so much. They were so good. Um, Conan the Librarian, Phantom, Tarzan, the ElfQuest, totally worth the read. I got the final collected editions of ElfQuest, as a matter of fact. And they were so good. And to go back to the story, Gail Simone asked if said, let me read this. Said that we should post a panel of our favorite comic. To just not say what is your favorite comic book, but like just one of your favorite panels from a comic book. And I was remembering there was a panel in Love and Rockets that I wanted to post. I am never posting, by the way. That I thought was like really good, and I was looking for it, and then I found an interview with Jaime Hernandez, and do you know what it said? The interview was like, "How does it feel to have like made one of the most Gen X comics ever?" And I was like, "What? How dare you?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, no, it is. Like, Love and Rockets is such a Gen X comic book. People are disaffected, like they're like it's so Gen X." And I just realized that a lot of the comics that I like from that like Tank Girl Super Gen X, there were a bunch of like indie comics, a lot of them with like female protagonists, although not exclusively, that now looking back at it, were really much part of a moment. And so I think you had these two strands that were happening at the same time, right? At the one hand, you had this kind of really interesting indie comics that were happening, or indie adjacent, like Love and Rockets, of course, Tank Girl, but also Sandman, super Gen X. That's a very Gen X thing. But then you also had all that stuff by like what's his face, the pouches guy. What's his face? The guy that has like weird proportions. All that Image stuff, very sort of broody. So quick question about your Paris game. Is the prince he is an actual doctor? The one who tortured that mantis? Yes. Ambar Garwan! Hey, Void Smoker. Yeah, he is an actual doctor. He's an Oxford-trained doctor. He just sort of lost it a little bit. He was traumatized by what the head of the French Gestapo did. Hey, yeah. So, and so I was just like, I hadn't really thought about. He lost it a lot. He did, and there's still a body next door. Like they're all having a chat in one of these sort of examination rooms, and next door, there's a body who's not dead yet. Just yeah. By the way, I get killing the head of the French Gestapo, but I find those kinds of changes in the hero is distasteful. The thing is, I think it's about how do you deal with that? Do you know what I mean? How do you deal with that? Not dead yet, getting better. And for me, it's about, okay, let's see how that's going to go. And I'm going to make him make a will roll when we get back to see how he sort of deals with that. And the guy did shoot someone to make Freedom dance, trying to say that's true. And the thing is, for me, it's about the journey, right? And you take somebody like Regina, who started off being very, very cold and violent and deadly. Like, she was very violent and very deadly. And over the course of the 5 seasons, she has changed and shifted. She started off being her trouble aspect was about her original trouble aspect was about being a burned double agent. But then it was like being like a murderer. And as the time has gone by and she's seen the impact of killing people, on the people around you, she has changed her trouble aspect little by little. And so she started quite cold and violent. And over the course of the 5 seasons, she has moved to understand the ways in which that is not necessarily, because her original concept, she had been an assassin, a sniper. That's not necessarily the way she wants to go. And the very last conflict she was in with Oscar, she didn't kill anyone actually at all, and she was a character who is quite good at killing people, and she has moved away from that. So for me, as a GM, I'm really interested in seeing how the characters change and move towards with their circumstances. Do they have tragic trajectories or heroic trajectories, or do they sort of shift and change, and in what ways do they? And so I'm interested to see what will happen to our doctor, who up until this point in time has been very reluctant to kill anyone. And he had this snapping moment, and I think it had a lot to do with this sort of that situation. And I want to see how that's going to impact the doctor long term. Will the doctor pull back from this? Will the doctor fall into it? What will happen? And for me, I'm just really interested in setting up situations that sort of test characters to see who they think they are, and to see how they respond to them. And sometimes those situations are dark, and sometimes they're not dark at all. And it's interesting, like how people get challenged. When I ran down darker trails, double tapping a human costs 1d10 sanity. I think in Call of Cthulhu that would be a big sanity loss. Well, he's going to have to make a will save, a will check when we get back from the game. Actually, somebody remind me. I need to make a note. If I put it in this notepad, I don't know if I'll remember. But let me put a note there. Freeton? Will defense for torture. Remind me if I do not remember, you have to remind me to make him do that, because he's gonna have to make a save for that one. Yeah. It seems the doctor said he is heading down a very dark path, but the question is, will his friends be able to pull him back? Right? Or what will they do? Because here's the thing, the rest of the team does not yet know what he's done, and what will they do when they find out? Will they be able to sort of talk? And because Oscar's also been on a very dark path, and I feel like Oscar, it's really fascinating because Oscar and Regina started in very, very dark places, and they are slowly moving out of those dark places. Regina a little bit faster than Oscar, who still has kind of PTSD problems, but he's trying, right? So it's interesting to see that these people who start in these very dark spaces are kind of moving towards a space, towards light. And both of them, both Regina and Oscar, were also did not care if they lived or died in certain ways. And I feel like that's changing some. And the doctor, the prince, started off in such a bright, happy space and is moving down this dark path. And so I'm really interested to see. And Frida, she always seemed like she was bright and sunny, but she had this very dark core. But she still has never killed anyone personally. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they deal with, like, how they progress, and how where they go, because I don't know where they'll end up, and I always want to find out where they'll go. Yeah, war never changes, not even for Hawkeye Pierce. Oh yeah. I think no matter which way it goes, the scene will echo for a long time with Pretem. Absolutely. Yes. What are you willing to do? Willing to give up to fight the Nazis? Absolutely. And what is it? Will you become what you hate? Right? Will you become what it is that you hate? Max is nice. I'm glad there's some repercussions as an action person. Oh, there's always a repercussion. Max Ryder, this is one thing you'll have to know about me. There's always a repercussion for your actions. Good and bad, right? No matter what those actions are, there's always a repercussion for those actions. And you may not know it yet. It may not happen just yet, but it will happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be some kind of a repercussion for what you've done. And sometimes those repercussions are good. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they don't hit you, they hit other people. And this is something that I think that they sometimes it's yes, the D&D tarot deck, that thing you love. I'm so excited for it. A Classical the Wild Oracle. Yeah. That's so cool. Sounds like a sitcom. I've noticed over the years that the goofier a sitcom starts, the more serious it becomes. It seems to become if it lasts. And if it starts out realistic or somewhat serious, it often gets silly and can't be if it lasts. Thank you, Max. Well, she spiritually murdered her ex. Ooh, she did. Oh, I just thought about that. I wanted to share with you. Troopers like the Fae, there's always a price to be paid. I like consequences, good or bad, for anything happens. Yeah, and so here's the thing. Sometimes it takes them a while to see what those consequences are. So I don't always like it to be that obvious right away. Is Regina's flirt torturing Luke's mom? It's a good question, isn't it? It sometimes other people. That's why Luke and Marie. Yes, Valtiel. That's what I wanted. Sometimes it hits. That's why Luke and Marie's are in danger right now. Right? Luke and Marie are in danger because of the actions. Because of actions that they took. Also, things like Dirk. Right? Dirk was the soldier that you met today. Dirk was introduced in season 1, and Dirk is like an average soldier who was drafted and is like just doing his job, and he was friends with Tango, became friends with Oscar when Oscar was undercover, and he's like an average guy, right? And there was a moment where he was on duty, one of these checkpoint duties, and Tango comes in, and Tango has hidden a bunch of basically there was a roundup. The Nazis rounded up a bunch of people to go and just kill, because that's what, like, as hostages, as like payback for murder. That was like part of their hostage policy, and they ended up rounding up Tango to take him. They, not on purpose, they just rounded him up, and Tango was able to actually rescue all those people, but he had to get them back into the city. And so they were driving to the city in this like produce truck, and they had to go through a checkpoint, and like it's like, oh no, how they're gonna get through this checkpoint. And Dirk was there, and Dirk sees Tango and all these people that had been rounded up to be killed, and Dirk was in charge, like he's like the checkpoint leader, and he just let them go through. He just was like waved them through and didn't say anything about it. So Dirk has been like edging closer to be an ally towards them for quite some time. Like he made this choice to sort of help these people. He still kept his job and he's still doing his thing. It's still like, he's just sort of like this guy. And he was moving closer towards being friendly and maybe an ally, an asset. But he ended up talking to Oscar because Oscar sort of switched his identity. And Oscar at that time, his go-to move when people were like, hey, what's up, was to be like, hey, I'm SS and you need to back off or I'll murder you. And so he did that to Dirk back in like season 2. And Dirk's like, oh, this guy's like super secret SS and I have done some not loyal things, so I need to back away. And so Dirk sort of receded into the background for a while because he was basically scared off by Oscar. And then when Dirk ends up running into Oscar again under a new guise, he was like, maybe I can buy him a drink to see what's going on. And Oscar basically threatens him again and gets Brockhausen and Schmidt, tells Brockhausen and Schmidt that this guy is suspicious. And of course, Brockhausen and Schmidt go and beat him up. And so Dirk's like, oh yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with these folks, so I think they're just too dangerous and I don't know what's going on. And so Dirk was a potential ally who basically backed off really heavily because of what they did. There was a whole communist cell that was like allied with them, that they got them all killed. Basically, they got them all killed and tortured because they kept blaming the communists whenever anything bad happened. They lost that support. So there's like just like a bunch of things that they have done that have cost them allies, that have gotten people killed, saved people as well. Yeah, I always track. I track where everybody is, all the NPCs they've run into, what they've been doing, and tracking how that then impacts everything. Because I want them to know, like, and sometimes they get away with things and they're like, we got away with it, but then other people get killed for it. You know what I mean? Because for me, that's like part of my fun as a GM is to work out the simulation, basically. Like, they do these things. What impact does that have? What do people know? What do they not know? Okay, so these NPCs don't know these things, right? So, right. let's see. Dirk was a good character. Yeah, he's still around, right? That class sounds like it'll be a blast. Ooh, yeah, yeah. It's not part of the party. Only here because I must. That's the roller. Ice Bunny says, but the good thing about Dirk is that he can just look and feed Regina information as the most unsuspicious eye in the sky. True. He was beat up, right? Because of Oscar, and he thinks that being that close to Oscar is probably a bad idea because of what Oscar has done up until this point in time. And so he might just be like an eye in the sky because yeah, Oscar's a little bit scary at this point for him. You shouldn't have trust. Oh, George Perez died? George Perez died? Oh no! I loved his work on the new Teen Titans. He was such a good artist. I loved his work. Yeah. I do that too with a location-based game. It's imperative to know what's going on. Yeah, and I don't think of I think of there being two different styles of. This is a whole topic for a video. Oh, I loved his work on Wonder Woman. George Perez's work. It's so funny. I was thinking about comic books and how art styles have fashions, right? And right now we're in a kind of a quasi anime inspired fashion in a lot of comics, but George Perez has such a, like, for me, he's so 80s. Like his art style is so beautiful, so good. I really love it. I love his art style. Yeah. I think that there are two different styles of sandbox. I'm gonna make a video about it one time. I think they're like location sandboxes where you go to the various locations, that's the thing. And then I think there are timeline sandboxes, and I'm doing a timeline sandbox wherein there are locations, but what's actually more, what's more present to me is the trajectories, right? That I know that these NPCs have these goals and they're moving this way, and these NPCs are doing this. And so like for me, I'm thinking more about timelines than locations. The location is not the center. I'm not like creating center points location. I'm thinking about, okay, what are each of these factions, organizations, and people? What are their goals? What are their plans and where they're going? So like I think about something like Oblivion. A lot of the Bethesda stuff I think of as being location-based sandboxes where they build the locations and then you just kind of go free. And for me, I'm not building locations as much, like that's not my primary focus. My primary focus is relationships and plans. I tend to build relationships. I'm like, okay, I know that the military, like the Abwehr and the SS are at odds and they do not like each other. So then what does that mean for what their plans are going to be? I know that the Rosenberg group, which no one's been investigating so much, they're doing these things in the background. So I know what everybody's doing and then how those things might impact the PCs in various ways. And then I track plans and relationships. So like for me, my ideal, like my sandbox that I really enjoy doing is a relationship and timeline-based sandbox versus a location-based sandbox. And it's, those things are not like mutually exclusive, but for me, it's about like, what is my priority? That's what I would say. Justice League of the 80s was like, oh yeah, that was really good too. I mix location timeline in my sandbox. Yeah, and I think that, and it's really hard to do timelines without locations. You can do locations without timelines though. I don't do that. Oh, 10 minutes, thank you. I'm more used to running a travel campaign. Yeah, where the characters travel to different places or getting to someplace far away is a long story arc. I think travel campaigns are a lot easier. 10 minutes, thank you, yeah. And here's the thing, a travel campaign, this is the thing, a travel campaign, I think you actually have to focus on location a bit more than timeline because they're always like, because the locations are the timeline, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? But in a sort of like because we're based in Paris, the location itself is important, right? All those locations, like I would not be spending that much time looking at historical maps if location was not important. But because you are in a fixed space, the ways in which factions change and the relationships become a bit more, that takes a bit more central space. But whenever you're doing a traveling one, which by the way, I have done when I was doing a traveler campaign, and that was a traveling campaign. And at that moment, location took more precedence than timeline, although timeline was still, relationships were still present, but the locations became more important. So it's not like they're not mutually exclusive, but I think that what kind of campaign you're in really does impact where you as a GM spend some of that focus, you know? Yeah. PH says, in the last one-shot I had, the PCs didn't stop a town from basically being pillaged by soldiers, and they almost got a bunch of townspeople killed by creating an undead bear. Yes. I'm going to read this, by the way. Y'all, I love y'all. Virgil, making progress in the grav plating for the package, though not nearly as fast as you'd like. Given the spin rate of Gorgon, the anomaly I've been observing is only present in the sky 3 hours out of every 24. Doesn't help that I have to readjust my telescope every couple of minutes to keep tabs on the slippery bastard. Come by my workstation outside of the manufactory dome when you've got a minute. That data this thing is throwing off is strange as all get out. Well, that's weird. Be ashamed to compromise the package with a misplaced zero, right? By the way, I checked on Eustace. The fumes aren't doing many favors. We ought to get him out of there as soon as we can. How's your sister coming with the schedule? By the marvelous mustache of Excelsior, Maurice. P.S. You've got to tell Bertie to stop bringing me food. If I have to eat another damn can of salt tuna fillets, I'm gonna hurl. Oh. Okay, all right. That thing he says, I'm a dumb. I've been looking for something to watch during work, and the City of Light Show's perfect for that. Yeah, thank you. Look, I really adore that campaign, and there are things happening. You know what I mean? There are things happening, and I've got a lot of plans. I've got a lot of things I want to do, and I'm really hoping I can get a lot of academic writing done this summer, and also a lot of work done on Kolos. Because there are these like extra things that I really want to do, just to make things pop, and I'm really excited to share them with you all. So I want you to sign things with that phrase. The exhilarating adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the attack of the Crystal Canids, issue 2 of 4. A comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series, tragically cancelled after a brief 4-issue run. Scribbled in felt tip on the comic spine is the word friend. After his run-in with the Dancing Queen, proven hero Archibald Excelsior is mending his broken heart in the glitzy city of Fairview when a horde of vicious Crystal Canids escapes from the laboratory of an evil, unemployed scientist. As the Canids turn the city to ash with their plasma beam eyes, Excelsior descends into the depths of the lab to put down the leader of the pack, King Alpha. The King connives to sabotage Excelsior's trusty PET, and our hero is forced to fight with the only weapon in reach, the skull of King Alpha's own mother, Empress Crystalline Alpha. Will our mustachioed hero escape the king's jaws and heal his wounded heart? So, did that? Feeling good, looking gorgeous. Question. Have we, y'all? We have been so productive, we may finish the Outer Worlds before the year is out. I mean, this... That sounds real bad, doesn't it? That sounds really bad. But, you know, we're gonna... We... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Pardon me, ammo. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Did not mean to shoot things. I need better trigger control. Oh, hey. Main quest. We're looking at that. Rendezvous at Llama. Let's just see where that is. We can check it out on our map. That is way down there. Less interesting. And let's find out where this will take us. That will take us... Oh, that all takes us around the same area. So my thought is, because we've got like 5 minutes, that I take a loop around this little nose area on the map, and then just see if there's anything else interesting to make sure we've been completely thorough. And then we'll probably be done with it by then, I think. We got a little sidetracked, just only a little though, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. That's it. We talked about so many good things. So many good things. I'm very excited. Yeah, so I want to just like chat more sometimes about like sandboxes, because you know I've thought a lot about You know, we just have squirrels in the foxholes. We love them. So, like, I thought a lot about sandboxes, right? I thought a lot about them, and Oblivion and Morrowind for me, we're gonna have to kill this before we go. Oblivion and Morrowind for me were really important in my development as a GM of tabletop RPGs when it comes to sandboxes, because
Eyes up, folks. I smell a queen in here.
I loved Morrowind and did not love Oblivion. Oblivion really didn't work for me at all. And didn't even finish it, and I'm going to finish it at some point in time. I just haven't yet. But I really loved Morrowind. And for me, I thought a lot about why Oblivion didn't work for me in a way that Morrowind did. And for me, the difference was that Oblivion, and also in some ways Fallout 3, had no... It didn't really have investment. Fallout 3 was the one where theoretically you're trying to find your dad. It's the one that was before New Vegas, which everybody really loves. So I am... Was it in DC? Yes, yes. Here we go.
One hell of a trophy from
And
this
back
fight.
up. Back up. Oh, I should have been kneeling. I just I missed an opportunity there, actually. Everybody use your powers. Use your powers, everybody. Yeah, see, New Vegas, I think I'd like much better. So, one of the big problems I had with everybody, I hope everything's fine. Hope everyone's going well. Let's do some murder. If I can get a little bit more of that, that'd be great. Everybody do well. Come on, let's just, you know what I also really need to do? I actually really need to bring out my big guns, because I'm really good at this one. Oh, hi! Also need to do this. Yeah, you need to do that, like a lot of that. Don't die! Don't die! Don't die! Oh my gosh, I just died. I just died, everybody. I just died. I just died. Gonna add some more death. So, for me, the location design is so good. Yes, Schmelzer. Yes. Yes. The location is almost like the main character. And so the thing is, Schmelzer, not only was the location design good, here's what I think made Morrowind so good. That there were conflicts in the world. Do you know what I mean? There were conflicts in the world. You couldn't do everything, right? Like you couldn't be in charge of everything, be the boss of everything. You had to make choices. The three different houses didn't necessarily like each other. They were at odds with each other politically. There's a lot of like, it felt like a very living place that was continuing without you, even if you were not there. And there were hard choices to make. And I also think that was really, really important was, okay, you know what we didn't do? We did not save before we got to that place. So we are going to do that. We're not gonna take the fight, I don't think. I think what we're gonna do is get ourselves to the fight, just like, you know, gather up all our materials, and then head to where that fight is, and then stop. That's my thought for the moment. Yeah, that's my thought for the moment. Yes. So what we're going to do is just walk to where that fight is, but not have it, and then stop and save so that we know exactly where we're going. So we have like a good overview of where we're at. Yes. So for me, I think another thing, this is actually really very core to the way that I run sandboxes now. I think one of the other big important things with Morrowind that made it work for me personally is that you had a bit of a mystery with who, like there was like an interesting mystery that drove
I hear something big scuttling over yonder.
my movements as a player. Like I didn't know if I was the Nerevarine or if that was actually some kind of a trick by the Emperor, like, and I was being used. There was a bit of a right? There was a bit of a conundrum there. It wasn't like you are the chosen. It was like, am I the chosen one, or maybe is this like some kind of plot to undermine this place? And if that is, I don't know if I how I feel about that. It's sort of like a lot. Like you really want, I think, your starting characters to be tied in much more strongly to what's happening, so that when you open up the sandbox, they have some kind of momentum going for them. They have a reason to be moving, and I think you really want the place to feel really much alive, so that it has weight to it. It has a sense of, let's save. We're gonna save, and next week we're gonna try to fight that queen next week. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I want you to know it. And yes. Okay, that's it. I'm done. So next week the queen will die. Thank you all for being here. That was very lovely. Thank you for being here. It was a lovely talk, and we'll talk more about sandboxes, because and Max, I hope you can be here, because I really, maybe we'll talk about sandboxes on Thursday. I don't know, but I'm really, yeah, I think about these a lot, about like what things make a more successful campaign, even, especially for players who've never actually been in sandboxes. So here's what I got to tell you. So in an hour, well, actually in 40 minutes, back here on this channel, I will be running Desperation Dead House, which I'm very excited about. So please come and watch if you'd like. It's one of these. It's by Jason Morningstar, who did Night Witches. It's currently in crowdfunding. It's very, very cool. It's a gothic storytelling with a very cool cast, so I hope you can make it. That'll be from 4 to 7 Eastern today here on my channel. Tomorrow, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, over at Praxagora the Smophoria, we'll be playing The Witcher Roads Home, where I gotta tell you, it doesn't look good for everybody there. Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern on my channel and on Little Red Dot's channel, Dot and I are going to be playing Divinity Original Sin, as we do, but it's our 3-year friendiversary, and we have plans to do something for our friendiversary, and we made plans, and I'm gonna just tell you, you're gonna want screenshots if you don't make it there personally. Like from 3 to noon, 9 to noon, we'll be playing. So I would recommend just stopping by sometime during those 3 hours if you cannot watch the whole thing, because if you don't watch the whole thing, you'll miss our voice acting. But stop by, because I ordered some important stuff from Amazon that has arrived, and so I can do the thing for Wednesday. PH says, are you going to dress up as each other? Yes we are. We are going to dress up as each other, and I feel like you're going to want to see that, because it's going to be really good. I've got to get my eyeshadow game on point, because Dot's eyeshadow game is like amazing, and so I'm going to be practicing between now and Wednesday to try to see if I can get a crash eyeshadow skills like she has. I do not think I'll be as good as her eyeshadow skills, because she's amazing at it, but I'm gonna try. And I've got the wig, I've got the eyeshadow, I got it. I'm ready for it. So I gotta go get some food and get ready for this game, which will be in 40 minutes. So I hope I'll see you then. But otherwise, thank you so much for being here. And hey, also last note, since classes are basically over, I mean, I've got grading, which is due next like on the 16th, so I still got stuff to do, but I do feel like I'll probably be able to start getting my banjo practice back, which means, especially since I have to do banjo practice anyway for this other thing I want to do, which means I might be able to start doing Saturday banjos again. So look forward to that. Okay, that's it. Bye everybody, have a great time, and I will see you all in 40 minutes if I don't see you before then. Bye everybody.